Hi, this is Shelmer Steinberg, and today we are talking about paper space versus model space, and we're going to be creating a B-sized layout tab and title block to match up with our A-sized one. So from Moodle, you can download the A-sized title block just by clicking on it, and it will come down in the corner here and you can pick it. And once I've done that, I'm going to go here into my AutoCAD, and in model space, I'm going to be getting rid of this that I was using for an example, and then I will be drawing my my title block in model space, but I could just as easily draw it in paper space, but I'm going to draw it in model space so that I can control it more easily. So if I look at my paper space A, you see that it came in with a bunch of layers already created. So I'm going to use those layers in drawing my object. So for example, my PS-border, so the blue layer around the outside here, is going to be on that PS border layer. My text would be on the PS title block text, and my viewport will be on the PS viewport layer. So I've created an extra tab here by clicking on the little plus. I am now going to go to this tab and right-click it and say New Layout. Oops, wrong one. No, I'm going to go to, where is it here? It should be Page Setup Manager, but for some reason the Page Setup Manager is not showing for me. Yeah, that was what it was. I had not clicked that tab. Thank you. So Page Setup Manager. Now I have the ability to to base it on a previous one. So I'm going to base it on my A-size template, but I'm going to say New. Then I'm going to call it PS-B and say OK. Now the main change that I'm going to make is that instead of leaving it at the 8.5 by 11 inches, I'm going to select the 11 by 17 inches. And that's the ANSI B, so that's the B size with the ANSI standards. I'm going to leave the rest of the settings the same because I'm happy with how they looked in my A-size template. And I'm going to say OK. Then I'm going to say Set Current and close this. Now, I have a viewport here, but I'm going to delete this one for now, so I just selected it by clicking on it once, and I'm going to hit Delete, because I'll add a new one in once I've drawn my title block. It'll be easier than resizing that one to fit it. So now I have my layout tab here the right size, and I can go into my model space. In Moodle, when you click on Assignment 5, it's going to show you the sizing for the drawing that you're going to make. So it's going to be 15.5 by approximately 9.92. The reason for that sizing is because we need to leave enough room on the paper space layout tab for there to be margins for the printer, because printers rarely will print right up to the edge of the paper. So I'm going to go into AutoCAD again, and in my model space I'm going to get on the border layer, and I'm going to draw my lines for that original object. So the object going this way is 15.5, I said. So I've drawn that line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the offset command, and I'm going to tell it a distance that I want, which is that 9.92. And then I'm going to select this line and just do it straight down. So now I know that the spacing between those is exactly what I want. And I can then just draw simple lines to connect them. I'm temporarily going to change the color of my border because I know it's hard for you to see the blue on the screen up here. So that should be a little easier to see. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to do another offset with this bottom one, so I'll do the same thing there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the offset command. Now the first time I typed 9.92 inches because I knew that's how far I wanted the top to be from the bottom. But I'm going to look at my drawing here and I see that my second line that I want for these boxes is going to be 0.66. So this time I'm going to type 0.66 as my distance. And then I select the line that I want and I drag either to the bottom or to the top, depending on where in relation to what I want it to go. This time I'm drawing above it because I want it to go up above it. And now I'm going to draw my lines for the width of the boxes. And if I look here, I can see that they're all 3.88 in width. So I'm going to come back in here. Now, reminder, as long as I have my object snap tracking turned on, what I can do is I can hover here but not click, and then drag this way a little bit, and you see that dotted line? Now I can type my 3.88 and hit enter, and it will start my line at that distance along the line that I was hovering over. And then I can just draw straight up to where the intersection point is, and hit enter. Now I could do either offset, or I could do copy, or I could do mirror, or I could just space it again and type the distance that I want to. So I'm going to just use offset again because it's easy and fast. I'm going to tell it 3.88, and I'm going to choose this line to offset in this direction. Then I can click on the same one and choose it again and offset it in this direction. Now I have my 4 boxes. So this is the main drawing that you're going to do. Then what you'll do is you will select the entire drawing and use the move command or the copy command, but we're going to use move. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to just use the regular move shortcut command, which is the Control-C to copy it and then Control-V to paste it. So I'm going to select my whole object. Which I forgot to turn lasso off, so that's more obnoxious than it needs to be. But now I'm going to say Control-C to copy it, and then I'm going to click on my B-size layout here, and I'm going to say Control-V, and it's going to say where do I want to paste it, and I'm going to go just inside the dotted line here. And I now have it pasted in, so now I can change the color back and you'll be able to see it more easily. And you can see now I have my basic title block drawn in here. I accidentally drew those on the construction layer though, so they didn't change back over. Then what I'll do is go to Insert. No, sorry, it's not under Insert, it's under View. And I should have my viewports available here, so I'm going to go to New View. No, I don't want to do that. I want to be creating a viewport. So I can, it should be showing me my viewports, but of course it's not. Oh, so I have to go, once I've gone into View, then I have to go to Layout. I forgot about that. And now I can choose Rectangular for viewport. But I want to first make sure I'm on the right layer, so I'm going to go to my PS Viewport 1 layer, and then go back to this Layout tab, choose Rectangular, and I can specify the first corner of this box, and then go up to the second corner of that same box, and now I have a viewport that fits within my paper space layout. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video